it's T Gray. I wanted to make a video on how I stay consistent in the gym. I really don't go that often, but I noticed that when I talk to people, they're kind of surprised that I even go 3 days a week, 4 days a week. So if you're a beginner and you're trying to get into the gym and maybe you're not feeling ready for it, this is how I built up my confidence to go in. It's only 5 things, so it's not too many. And then I'll have a fun one at the end that I think it's a method that's kind of gaining popularity on social media, and I actually kind of think it works. The first one is to just set a schedule for yourself, right? So set up your calendar, grab your phone, look at your calendar, and then choose a day. If you're a complete beginner, I would say choose one day. If you're someone who maybe you have something set up, like you have a very, end date coming up for some kind of goal you're working towards, maybe start with two. But however many days you're planning on going, put it on your calendar, mark it, and that's the day that you go. No excuses, no before, no after. You're setting yourself up to build a routine so that way you know and your body knows that that is the day that you're going. So you're mentally prepared, your body's prepared, and it makes it a lot easier than being like, oh, I guess maybe I can go this way day, or maybe I can go this day. As long as you know that's the day that you're going, it'll make it a lot easier for you to be able to get in there. The next thing is to research your exercises. So if you are maybe seeing all of these things on social media, you see someone doing something really cool and you're like, oh man, I want to do that. The day that you go in is not the day that you look up how to do that on your phone. You do that before you're in the gym. Maybe you even do it in your car, but you don't do it in the gym. When you're in the gym, you are doing what you know. So I think it's a great example would be the Bulgarian split squat. I think that's gaining like so much, or not even gaining. That is super popular now. But in the beginning, there were a lot of people who were like in the gym trying to figure it out. They're trying to, they were hurting their knees. They're like, oh, my hip hurts. Oh, my quads hurt. Oh, it's not working right. That is something that you research before you go in. Don't do it at the gym. The gym is for your workout. You want to have a session that you're actually working, that your body is moving. The next thing you're a little sore. You don't want to be in there experimenting the whole time. That's the only day that you're going to the gym. Your gym session is for exercises that you know. So research your exercises beforehand so that way when you're in there, you're not caught off guard and you're not injuring yourself and you're not ruining the rest of your workout. Um, the third thing is external factors, which I think is a great easy one for a lot of people. What I was doing when I first started going was I would choose a show that I liked and I would only watch it at the gym. So I knew I was like, oh my goodness, I want to watch the next episode of that. I couldn't do it unless I was at the gym. That was my motivating factor. I was like, I have to watch this. I have to go to the gym. Go to the gym, watch the show. If you have, music that you like, make yourself a playlist of your favorite songs and then you can listen to that at the gym. Or you can buy yourself maybe you've been eyeing some workout clothes and you're like, oh, I don't know if I should get that. Get the workout clothes. Get the workout clothes, put them on, feel good, look good, and then go to the gym in them. Take some pictures. I think there's a lot of shame in people trying to look cute for the gym, but if that's what gets you to go, then that's what gets you to go. You're in the gym, right? As long as you're in there, that's what matters. So you can do whatever you want, with your clothes. As long as you're meeting their, gym dress code, it's fine. So things like that, the external factors like, oh, after I go there, I'll take myself to the store I like, or after I go there, I'll take a picture of this outfit I really like, or when I go there, I'll wear that shirt that I've been looking to wear recently, or I'll listen to this, I'll watch that. It doesn't always have to start as like an intrinsic kind of motivator. I know we like to say, oh, well, I go to the gym for my health. Oh, I go to the gym because it's good for you. Yeah, it's good for you. Everybody knows that, but we as humans, we want like an immediate gratification, right? We want to feel good now. I want to know how it's going to make me feel good now. And so having those things helps you and it boosts your desire to go. If that makes sense. We all know it's good, right? We all know it's good. That doesn't mean I want to go. Doesn't mean I want to go there and get sweaty and hang out with a bunch of people I don't know. So whatever gets you to go, it's fine. It's fine. Don't let people make you feel less for that. As long as you're there, that's what's important. And then speaking on that, you don't want to be number four. You don't want to be around people who make you feel bad about it. For a while, when I first started going, there were some people that I, would talk to, and they're like, "Oh, like your little hobby that you're going to the gym or whatever. Oh, like that thing that you do. Like, why do you even do that? You know, not say like cutting them out, right? But that's not someone you want to share your experience with. That's not someone you want to talk to about the gym with. They can still be your friend, but I want to talk to them about your progress, what you're doing, right? It's good to have a friend who boosts you up and who makes you feel good for going like, oh, that's neat. Oh, that's cool. Oh, how do you do that? Oh, I didn't know that you could do that in the gym. Or maybe they even like exercising with you. Maybe they want to go too. Maybe they're like, I also, want to lose a few pounds. Or I also have been trying to, hit that new workout. I'm just kind of nervous to go in there and do it myself. Or I wanted to do that, but I'm nervous without a spotter. Cling on to that person. That is your friend. That is your gym buddy. It's always nice to have someone to collaborate with, right? Not just in a work setting, but like this is like for you. This is a for you thing. So someone to collaborate with, someone to like share your ideas with, someone to, motivate you to do better, feel better together. That should be a theme or something. But it's nice when you have someone to go with, and it's even nicer when you can talk about how good your workout was and how maybe you want to try this or you're a little nervous. Trying things together makes it funner to go. And then it feels like, you're hanging out with someone instead of like you're dragging your feet to go there, maybe to somewhere where you feel all alone, right? And then finally, the very last thing is to know what you're doing, as in, you know your split. So knowing what you're doing, know your split. Number 5, know your split. I think I mentioned earlier, I can't remember, but push pull legs are my 3 days of the week. Um, my fourth day is a full body accessory cardio, anything I want. I go in there on the fourth day, hopefully fingers crossed. But my 3 days, I know for sure gonna be push pull legs. I know exactly what day of the week they're going on. If you're doing full body, that's it. Easy. Full body. Your split is full body. You should be doing full body workouts every day. Not like, oh, I guess today, usually I do a full body, but today I'll just hit arms. No. Full body. And what does full body mean? What goes on full body 1 and what goes on full body 2? If you also like to do push pull legs, but maybe you want to do the 6-day split instead of the 3, what are you doing on push day 1 versus push day 2? Right? So don't mix it up. Don't confuse yourself. Write it out if you have to. That's okay. I used to have notes on my phone that had like the day and the workouts that I would do, so that way I could build myself into that little routine. At least for the first month, you should be focusing on building that routine. Know that on this day you're doing this day you're doing this, that day I'm doing that, right? So that very number one was we set a schedule. So maybe your days are Monday and Tuesday. And that if you do Monday and Tuesday, those are the only days you can go. And you're like, I can't be tired on Tuesday if I'm overexerting myself Monday. So you don't do full body, right? Maybe you have to do an upper lower split. So you have a 1 day of upper, 1 day of lower. Or maybe you're a crazy guy and you're like, I like anterior posterior. So then you have 1 day of anterior, the other day posterior, right? Set it up for yourself. If you can space it out, now you have a little more wiggle room. Maybe, you know, you do a push day and a pull day and you have your legs on your push. Knowing your split for yourself and how you're gonna, put them into the days that you already made for your schedule. That is how I went to the gym. Now for the bonus thing that I was mentioning earlier in the very beginning about how I motivate myself to go in the gym. I wouldn't say maybe not to go, maybe to push myself a little harder. And I think this is something that's gaining popularity, and it was kind of getting clowned on social media, but I think it's a fun way. And the whole thing about the gym is supposed to make it fun. People were like coming up with scenarios like, if I don't do this, the whole world is going to fall apart and it's going to burn. Or what if this happened? Or what if she breaks up with me? It sounds silly because it is silly. That's the whole thing. You want to be a little silly. Don't take yourself too serious, right? Like, make up funny scenarios. Sometimes, I'm like outing myself. Sometimes, maybe I watch like those edits, like, and I'm like, yeah, I should be in an edit. And I put that on and I pump through that scent like crazy. Whatever gets you motivated shouldn't be something, don't be ashamed. Whatever makes you go, man. Like, if that's what gets you going, that's what gets you going. Like, no shame in that. Like, no shame in making up some silly little scenarios to make it fun. Like, no shame. I think making it fun is the biggest thing. You know, when you first start going, it's going to feel like a drag. And it's going to feel like a drag because most of the day you're just sitting on your butt and you're probably on the computer like this, like, yes, no, can you circle back? Send this back to me. Or maybe you're standing, you're at the register all day. You know, like, you're not pushing yourself any other time except these, 30 to an hour and 30 minutes that you're in the gym, right? So, of course, it's gonna suck. You're actually moving for the first time in 8 hours, right? But make it fun for yourself. You know, put on the fun outfit, have a friend to chat with, choose the days that work for you. Don't choose like the worst days of the week. Be like, oh, yeah, since I'm already doing this, I'll have to go to the gym too. No, make it fun for yourself. Boost yourself up. It's a good thing. You're doing a good thing. But that's it. That's the whole video. It's super quick. It's super simple. I think people overcomplicate it. They think it's like harder than it is. It's not. Especially one day a week. You can definitely do one day a week. Even if it's only 30 minutes, Make time for you. Make it fun for you. This is your time. That's it. That's all I had to say. Hopefully I make more videos like this, or maybe, you know, I'll set a schedule or something.